Rushmore of all-time quarterbacks would be Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes, Joe Montana. Wow, John Elway. No, wow, that's not fair. But life is not fair, but it's gonna be. I would do a toss-up between Elway and Peyton Manning.
Come on, LeBron. We don't do toss-ups between Elway. If he was on the show, we'd make him narrow it down right there. But high honors from LeBron. Shay, you're up first. Do you agree with Bron's list? So he had Brady, Mahomes, Montana, just to reiterate, and then a toss-up between your guy Elway and your guy Peyton Manning.
You better tread lightly.
I think Saturday. I
got this, Chuck.
I think Saturday's gonna toss my guy. Saturday's gonna toss my guy, and unfortunately, I got to leave his guy off because I think he got the first three are very easy for me. When you talk about Brady, you talk about Montana, you talk about Mahomes. The three are easy. There are no doubters. I don't even know what the debate is when it comes to those three. Now it gets a little tricky when it gets to that fourth spot. You got Peyton Manning, 5 MVPs, 2 Super Bowls. You get John, who I played with for a decade, and he wins what? He wins 2. He goes to 5. And then even if you want to throw Rodgers in there or some of these other guys, Bart Starr, Dan Marino. But I'm going Elway. I played with a guy helped get me into the Hall of Fame. I got a gold jacket. I remember 267. The way he talked to me, the way he coached me, the way he was with me in the locker room and on the field. 7 gets it for me. So I got Elway, Montana, Brady, and Mahomes.
First of all, your emotions are understandable. They're reasonable. They're not beyond the cuff. That's your teammate. You said the brother got you into the Hall of Fame. I mean, my God. I mean, I get it. I understand it. But that don't make you right. That don't make you right. I'm sorry. And by the way, to LeBron James might have, I mean, he's the first future Hall of Famer, a Mount Rushmore quality dude that might have disqualified himself from the damn Mount Rushmore with a Mount Rushmore that he put together. I mean, come on, LeBron. You know better. You can't, Shannon Sharp, you cannot leave Peyton Manning off that list. You just can't do it. You cannot say that we watched football and there are 5 quarterbacks, there are 4 quarterbacks that deserve a nod ahead of Peyton Manning, or all-time great. Number 2 in passing yards, number 1 in TDs. I mean, come on now. This is Peyton Manning. Oh, by the way, Shannon Sharp, you'll appreciate this. Put just Saturday and Shannon Sharp up on the screen. I want to look at these brothers when I'm talking to them. Now, far be it from me, with my little novice self, just watching football from afar. I mean, football is a sport I never wanted to play. I looked at them big brothers. I was like, I don't want no parts of this. I don't want no parts of this, okay? I just watched. But when I watched, you know, it's interesting, Shannon and Jeff. Peyton Manning came into the league and was calling his own plays more than a decade after no one was calling their own plays. They did away with that damn near in the mid-'80s, okay? I understand that you might have Jim Kelly in Buffalo audibling from time to time. Dan Marino definitely did at the line of scrimmage or whatever. We talk about Peyton Manning here and what he did. He was running the damn offense, okay? Everybody knew that. Yeah, no offensive coordinator telling Peyton Manning what to do. He walked up to Peyton Manning, asking Peyton Manning what he should do. That's the difference, okay? This man was calling his own plays. He was running the offense. He was essentially an offensive coordinator at the quarterback position on the football field. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings, okay? And on top of it all, he's a 5-time league MVP. And oh, by the way, Shannon, even though he had some running backs, okay, he didn't have Terrell Davis. Now, stop this. Now, we all know that when we talked about, that's right, I said it. When we talked about Elway, as great as Elway was, and he was great. Please, John Elway, don't think I'm questioning your greatness. I am not. But that brother Terrell Davis was something spectacular. And everybody knew that that was the reason that John Elway finally got over the hump, because a Super Bowl title had escaped them up to that point, to back-to-back since 1997 and 1998. You know this, Shay. You know this.
This man. So what was Marshall Faulk and Edgerrin James? Were they not any good?
They were. No. They were great. They won Terrell Davis at that time, number 1, and number 2, Peyton Manning Peyton Manning was flinging that football a lot. Come on now. Just Saturday, get him. Get him, Jeff.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this. Marshall Faulk wasn't on the team when we won the Super Bowl, and Edge wasn't either, unfortunately. We had Joseph Adai and Dominic Rose were our two running backs when we did win it.
That's true.
And I went to Edge's Hall of Fame, one of the greatest backs to ever play. But I will say this. LeBron bumped his head, bro. Like, he bumped his head on this. Shay, you know it, and I know it. Listen, I'm not taking away John Elway, but you saw them stat lines up there. 20,000 more yards, 5 MVPs. Listen, you can say what you want. Manning was redefining the position when he came in, similar to what Stephen A was saying. Changing plays, doing that. Even the completion percentage ain't even close, man. Like this is a master class of why a basketball guy bumped his head trying to give a football guy some Mount Rushmore. Listen, I could make the argument, and I won't because I love Montana as well. That might not even, I might go 3 for him on that side. And listen, we talk about Super Bowls. I get it. Montana's got to be in a category of his own. There were some real good freaking teams in San Fran, too, now, like full teams. So when I look at what Peyton Manning was able to do through his career, for him not to be on Mount Rushmore is silly. And I think if you watch that video close of LeBron, you played it back slow, he knew he messed up. As soon as he said it, he was like, oh, I shouldn't have said it. He tried to stay strong to it, but he knew he made a mistake as soon as he said it. Should have changed it. But hey, let's make the switch. No ties. We don't do no ties on this show. It's one or the other. Manning's on it. Elway's just off to the side. That's all there is to it.
Hey, I'll be 1,000 with you. I kick all their asses off and put 7 on there because I ain't win no Super Bowls with none of them other than number 7. So I don't know what y'all talking about. It's just Saturday. You know, if they would have allowed the defenses to play defenses like they did in the 80s and the 90s when I got to the league, with all these guys, you saw those hits where you could do whatever you wanted to the quarterback. There was no, you could only hit him in his chest. You couldn't hit him in his knee. You couldn't put your helmet in his back. You couldn't pile drive him. That's all they did to the quarterback. They went into the game trying to literally knock the quarterback out. You remember when Jim Burt hit Joe Montana in his back in that championship game Saturday? That's a foul now. That's a penalty. You can't do the quarterback and drive him in the dirt like that. Yeah. Look, the rules have changed, and that's not to say anything.
Because I
love Peyton.
Got to hit the top of the hour.
But Elway.
I love
7, baby.
18, baby. 18.
I love seeing the loyalty you both have.
7.
Okay?
And I ain't even in the Hall of Fame. Peyton ain't even got me in the Hall of Fame yet. At least Shay's making that part. I got to get on Peyton about that part so I can argue the argument.
All right, coming up, which team can't afford a slow start to their season? We're debating which team will have the most trouble if things don't go their way early. Stay with us.
Hello, fans. With the NFL season just around the corner, even the most dedicated basketball fans can't help but think and talk about football. Considered by many to be the pinnacle of American sports, the NFL has a unique way of capturing the imagination of fans across the country. Even athletes from other sports, such as basketball, can't help but be fascinated by football. A notable example is LeBron James, one of the NBA's biggest stars and known for his impressive skills both on the court and beyond. During his high school years, James was a standout football player, playing wide receiver and displaying a natural talent that led many to believe he could have an equally stellar career on the field. His pick of the 4 greatest quarterbacks of all time, shared recently by Bleacher Report, has generated quite a bit of discussion and excitement among football fans. The first name LeBron James mentioned was John Elway, one of the most iconic quarterbacks in NFL history. Elway, who led the Denver Broncos to 2 Super Bowl titles in the 1990s, is widely recognized for his exceptional passing ability and impressive presence on the field. During his career, Elway amassed 51,475 passing yards and 300 touchdowns, and his combination of physical strength and technical ability made him one of the first quarterbacks to be regarded as a bona fide superstar. Joe Montana, another James draft pick, is often remembered as one of the greatest legends of the San Francisco 49ers. Montana, who played in a golden era for the 49ers, won 4 Super Bowls, 16, 19, XEI and ZIV, and was named Super Bowl MVP on 3 of those occasions. His ability to remain calm under pressure and make the game-winning plays at crucial moments made him an icon in the sport. He maintained an impressive 63.2% completion rate throughout his career, in addition to his unquestionable talent for leading the team in decisive moments. Patrick Mahomes, the current star of the Kansas City Chiefs, also made James' list. Mahomes, who has won 3 Super Bowls, LIV, LV, and LVII, and has been named League MVP twice, has impressed the football world with his exceptional skills and innovative style of play. Despite not yet turning 30, Mahomes has already accumulated over 22,000 passing yards and 182 touchdowns, and his trajectory continues to be one of the most promising in the NFL. Last but certainly not least, Tom Brady was LeBron James' final pick. Brady, considered by many to be the greatest quarterback of all time, holds an impressive record of 7 Super Bowl titles, one with the New England Patriots and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. His longevity and consistency in the league are unmatched, and he has amassed a total of 89,214 passing yards and 649 touchdowns over his career, further cementing his status as a football legend. Now, we want to hear your thoughts on these picks and who you think deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks. Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe for more updates and analysis from the world of sports. Thanks for following NBA News on TV, and we hope to see you again soon.